All right, dude. It is December 24th,
Christmas Eve.
2020, Christmas Eve, man. Happy early Christmas to you.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, man. So, let's go over it, dude. One more time. What are you getting for Christmas?
What am I getting for Christmas?
Yeah. What did you ask Santa for?
I think my sister got me some of those AirPod Pros.
Damn.
She was like, she didn't know what to get me, and then she was like, I was thinking about getting you some AirPod Pros. What would you think if I got you that?
Oh, shit.
She's like, I didn't get you that, but what would you think if I got you that?
A couple leading questions?
Yeah, and I was like, I mean, I guess I think that'd be pretty cool if you ask me.
Bring it on.
So that's what my gut instinct is telling me.
What's the difference between... So you have AirPods, right? I know you got AirPods, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the Pros?
The Pros have I think they have the noise canceling, because the original ones are just kind of like the raw pods, like the ones that come with the phone with the wires.
Definitely.
It's just like those but wireless, pretty much.
Oh shit.
They sound pretty good, man. I mean, some people talk mad shit about the Apple headphones, but I got no beef with them, dude. I don't know.
Dude, you know what it is for me, man? You know the autonomy, the responsibility of having two separate earphones is too much for me, dude. It really is.
I have 3 or 4 pairs, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, just because they never go bad, It's you buy a couple pairs over the last 10 years and you don't throw them out, you just have them. Okay. I have a pair of Bluetooth headphones that I got on Amazon 5 years ago, and they're still perfectly fine.
Okay.
So it's I'm not just gonna throw them out.
No. But so, dude, I had a set of AirPods, man.
The first ones.
Yeah, and so my girlfriend would go out, and she would go out for walks, and she would take just the two separate pieces, right? So I was like, just the two headphones, right? Because she's not going for so long.
Yeah.
She didn't bring the case with her. So then, dude, I was like, oh, I'll do that shit. So I'll go for a long ass walk, and I can't listen to music the whole time. So I'll put them in my fucking pocket,
Yeah.
Dude, I lost them. And then
both of them?
I lost one of them, so it's pretty much useless.
Might as well be both, then. Yeah.
And then so I bought these knockoff ones, these Tiotronic.
Dude, I seen them ads for those.
They're good. I'm not gonna lie. So I bought those because they're cheaper, and then I did the same shit.
Yeah, they fell out of your pocket?
Yeah, dude, I lost one.
What are you doing out there?
Yeah, being an idiot, dude. So now I just I need the ones that wrap around my ears. And
okay.
You know what I mean? I need a whole unit. I can't have multiple moving pieces, dude.
I hear you. I mean,
it ain't right.
Yeah, I would be hesitant to do that. Go run in the forest with those on, because if one of them pops out, that shit's gone forever.
Dude,
but
impossible. But yeah.
I don't know, man. Did you really notice any difference in the sound or the quality of the knockoff ones?
Dude.
Or was it spot on?
So the Teotronics, yeah, you do notice a little bit, because even those stock headphones you get with Apple, those the ones with the cord,
Yeah.
come with the box. Those are even really good. Compared to the knockoff ones.
For sure.
It's so I don't know. It's when you turn the treble down and you can't hear the actual music as much. It's more of the bass and the boom boom, that stuff in the back.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is with the Teotronics and the knockoff headphones.
Okay.
I feel with the Apple headphones, it's you turn up the treble a lot more. You can hear the actual lyrics and the small nuances way more. But I could be just bullshitting, dude,
You probably
I have
are.
a tendency to do that.
Shout out to Teotronics, sponsor this podcast.
Holla at your boy. Call me up. All right, you got my email?
No, they don't.
Nope. But yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I'll get. I got some socks for Christmas, dude.
Wow.
I got these weed socks that you
really
love so much, dude.
interesting.
Got some socks.
Who got you socks? You've already opened your Christmas presents?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's just it's the day of thing. It's I don't know. Are you waiting for your girl to come over and open gifts together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I already have the gifts from my parents and my sister, just waiting in my room, dude. I'm gonna wait for Christmas morning.
Damn,
dude.
you guys are so fucking all right. All right. You putting the cookies out tonight, dude?
We'll see.
Don't be a fucking bad boy,
see,
man.
Dude. We'll see.
Can't be doing all that. But yeah, dude. Yeah, I felt like whatever. So I didn't really want anything, you know. So I didn't want. So I like socks, you know. So I just was like, all right, let me get some socks. But, um, so like, you know, my fiance wanted the Apple Watch, so I got the Apple Watch. But I was like, just go ahead and get it. You know what I mean? Like, let's do it like that. But I don't even know how to wrap gifts, to be honest, man. I never learned.
I hate it.
Can you
I'm
do
so
it?
bad at it. No, I hate it, dude.
Break me down. Like what? So you got you got the fossil, right? The fossil for your girl.
It's petrified
The
wood.
petro.
Okay?
All right, dude. I apologize.
Get it right,
okay,
man.
okay. You know what? You got the petrified.
Don't let it happen again.
How you gonna petrify the wood, dude?
Don't let it happen again.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. The petrified wood. All right, so you got the petrified wood. What goes through your mind when you're trying to wrap it? Like the dimensions of it. Like you lay out the paper first.
Dude, so I just like kept it in the box.
Yeah.
Like it came in like the postal service box. You know, you just kind of black out anything that might give away like where it's from.
Okay.
But it's like you can still use the box, man. I ain't just gonna wrap like a raw chunk of wood like a
That's
savage.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're sophisticated
So
about it to get it.
I mean, I put it in a good box, and then my only like qualification is like make sure there's enough paper to like get around the top of it, dude.
All right.
Because it's like you take it from each side, and if it's short, you're fucked. Like
Yeah,
you have to throw all that wrapping paper out. But if it's like way too long, you're good.
Yeah.
So like that is like literally all I do is make sure that there's enough paper to cover it up from both sides, and then just fold in the corners.
All right. Okay.
Okay, wait. So let me back it up.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want any of our fans to get lost in my gift wrapping process. So,
Our following here.
so yeah, you make the two sides come together, and then you put a few strips of tape down the top to hold it together. And then, like for the sides, depending on how much hangover there is, like maybe snip a little bit off the end because you don't want like the flaps to come like all the way over the top like an asshole.
Yeah, dude.
So I mean, I just like trim them down, like pinch the corners at the bottom, like kind of to a point, and then flip it
over
up
real quick.
Flip it up, and then piece of tape on the side.
You got one of them tapes that you can put on your fingers and
No,
just like
no, dude.
slide one off.
No
real quick.
chance, man. Do you?
Nah, dude. I seen them though.
Yeah,
So if I were to
whatever.
wrap,
You
that
told
would
me
be
you
the
had
way I'd
one.
go about it.
I know you got
It'd be
one.
efficient. Nah, dude. I don't think I've ever wrapped one gift in my whole life, dude.
You're not wrapping Alyssa's.
I'll put it. I'll get a dude. I'm not wrapping it. I put it in a.
Don't tell me you're gonna get the bag.
I got a bag.
Oh, come
I got a bag. Drop
with
it
the
in
tissue
there, the little
paper in
tissue
there.
paper out there.
Oh
What's
man,
up, dude? Come on now.
That is.
Pull it straight out.
Put
dude.
some effort into it, dude.
What kind of wrapping paper did you get, man? You got little Santas on there? Or
No,
something?
I just go to Walgreens and pick out something that catches the eye.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know, man.
Dude, tell me which one you got.
Keep
Dude.
it classy. I keep it classy, man. I don't want like any like cartoons on there, like no Santa Mickey Mouse bullshit,
Nah.
dude.
Just nice plaid,
something
like,
nice, not plaid. I mean,
solid colors or no?
I got this one. It's like a dark green,
shit.
with like silver trees on it, like
Damn.
foil silver trees, and like some stripes coming down.
Wait, so you draw the line at the Santas and the Mickey Mouses, but you got the trees.
Yeah, but it's like tastefully
It's
done.
tastefully
It's
done.
tasteful.
I got you.
It's not corny.
Or the greens are classy, man. I don't mind a good like deep green. What do you mean, dude?
I really despise wrapping gifts though. Like it's a massive pain in the ass, and I'm terrible at it.
I think it's a weird tradition to do, but it's nice to open gifts. It's kind of like when somebody else microwaves your food for you. It's like real nice.
I had never been in that situation.
No, you've never had someone microwave your
I
food
don't
for
think
you,
so, dude.
like just out of courtity.
No,
I
man.
got you one of these days, dude.
Independent.
All right. But yeah, dude, I liked opening presents as a kid. It was fun, but
Did your dad ever dress up like Santa?
nah. I'm trying to imagine my dad dressing up as Santa. Nah, dude. We would though at like our family parties. Like one of the uncles would dress up as Santa, dude, and like. You would think as a kid that you would call bullshit right away and be like, oh, dude, no, like, what? Like, Santa's not real? Like, why are you dressed up as... You know, I might ask some questions about, like, the origination of Santa. But, like, dude, we were dumb as fuck. Like, we would come home from that party where Santa was at, supposedly, like, dressed up, like my uncle dressed up. We'd come home and put shit out for Santa. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I don't know about all this, man. Like, I'm like, these kids.
You didn't know that at the time, though.
Stupid, dude. Yeah, I was talking to like like I was talking to Alyssa's like nieces or something the other day. Like they were like these like we were just at a family party, dude, and they um what do you call it? They said like, dude, how do you think like Santa comes down the chimney? And like they're like little, right? So they're like asking me all these questions about the logistics.
Yeah.
How Santa's gonna get in this bitch. And I'm like, damn, dude. Like
They're asking the hard hitting questions, dude.
I'm like, I gotta come up with answers, dude. I can't just be like, you know,
that thought never crossed my mind as a kid, man. It's just like you better get the milk and cookies out there. It's
there
like
better be a bite.
I don't care how you get down there, as long as your ass comes down that chimney.
Fucking get your ass in here, eat one of these bitches, be on your way, dude. Yeah,
That's
man.
funny, though.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like because I don't remember like how much I believed in Santa, like as a kid, right? Like it's like so far gone now that I'm like, I don't know if I ever really thought he was like the shit or if he was like.
You thought he was real though.
Probably, yeah. But I don't know how vested I was emotionally in that idea. You know,
Okay.
you know, some kids are like super like, oh shit, Santa. Shit
Yeah.
like that. I might have been like, oh yeah, dude. I don't know. I might have been more. I just don't remember. You know.
So,
This
do
one
you
comes-
remember like a specific moment when someone ruined the existence of Santa for you?
I
Or
don't,
was it just
actually.
like you were always a skeptical, pessimistic,
Nah, dude. I just like
miserable
the
child?
I was always just a douche baby, dude. Just fucking judging everyone else. Nah, dude. I don't know if I was like skeptical, dude. I just kind of went along with it. I was more interested in the gifts, but
Yeah.
I don't remember anyone spoiling it for me, dude. I don't remember someone telling me like, "Hey, dude, he's not real." You know? Do you?
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I can remember that far back, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I definitely believe that he was real, but I don't think I had like a moment where it all came crashing down, like where someone at
world
school
is shattered.
ruined it, or like I caught my parents like putting putting presents under the tree or whatever. You
Yeah,
know?
dude. Some like Jewish kid is like, "Fuck this." Like, what are you guys?
I mean, my parents definitely like did a really good job though. Like they would wake up like 3 a.m. and go put them fucking presents down there, man.
Dude, isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah.
Like how like what life would come to where you're like hiding from a child to like do some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like late at night, just like
Yeah.
wrapping all the gifts, keeping them in another room, and like I don't know, it's like ridiculous, dude.
It's so weird, like starting to think about that from like your parents' perspective, man. It's just like
Yeah.
all the effort that they put into like making your Christmas like awesome. Dude.
Yeah,
It's, like-
yeah. I guess for kids, like it would be like if they're your kids, it'd be worth it. But like, man, that's a lot of hustling and bustling to do, dude. Christmas shopping, man. Like back in the day, like there was like not as much online shit. You know what I mean? Like you have to be at the store, dude.
Yeah.
And like getting like exactly what the kid is looking for, like
Yeah.
going down an aisle and being like, no, it's not just like this Buzz Lightyear, it's like the fucking infinity like fucking douchey Buzz
Yeah.
Lightyear, you know? Like that would have been so annoying to do now, man.
Yeah, man, it's like your mom probably went to like every Target in like a 50-mile radius to find your dumb ass like the Christmas gift that you wanted.
Yeah, dude.
And now you can just sit on the computer and like have no worry about getting your kid's gift,
Dude.
unless it's like a PlayStation or something. But
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's interesting, dude. Any luck on that PS5, dude?
no luck,
Nothing.
man. See,
Yes.
dude, it's just at first they let all the bots get them. You know, it's like you have people who flip them
Yeah,
obviously
okay,
for
sure.
profit.
How much could you sell a stolen? I mean, not stolen.
A stolen, Jesus.
FYI, how much could you like? You think you could upsell a PS5? you
I
bought
mean,
one?
they're going for like $1,100, $1,200.
and it's what 500.
Yeah, it's $500 for the one like with the disk drive. And
So you
$400
make
for
like
the one.
$100.
No, $1,200.
Wait, so like let's say you buy
You
it
could
for
like double.
500.
You could like more than double your money, like flipping a PS5 right now.
Really? So like you buy it for 500, right?
Yeah.
So if you so then you sell it for 1,000, right? So you make like that 500 back and 500 more, right? Kind
Yeah.
of like.
Yeah, you'll double your money.
So I guess it's like $600. It's not bad, dude.
I mean,
My math was off
yeah,
earlier.
but it just sucks because it's like they have computer programs that like wait for it to come back in stock and order it like immediately, like before any
Oh.
human could possibly go in and like enter all their credit card information and like their shipping address. And it's like Walmart was announcing like when things were going to come back in stock. So it's like, hey, they're going to be back in stock tonight at like 5 p.m. Like make sure you log on, even though there's like zero chance of you ever getting one, because they didn't do anything about the bots until like this last week.
Oh.
It's like, you know that shit like when you're like go to check out somewhere and they make sure you're not a robot
Yeah,
real
yeah,
quick,
yeah, yeah.
like pick all the pictures where there's like a mailbox or
Yeah,
some
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
you know? It's like they could have easily just thrown one of those in there and like stopped all the bot shit. But they just
Yeah.
let it happen, you know, because
That-
like what does it matter to them? Like they're selling it to somebody as long as someone's buying it.
Yeah,
I don't
sales are
care.
sales, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy. I mean, who knows, dude? It might be a good thing. Like, there might be a fucking glitch in the PS5, and they might like update the shit or something. You know, who knows?
Yeah,
Conspiracy theory.
I mean, I think they just said, I saw something the other day. It was like later on last week, they started doing that, like
Yeah.
verifying that you're not a bot, like trying to order it. And they said they blocked like 20 million bot attempts to buy the
What?
PS5 in like less than a second or something, like as soon as they went in stock, because they actually started trying to like block them out.
Wow.
So that's how many people out there are like using
20
software
million.
to just get it
Make that
before you could
profit.
ever even have a chance to get one.
Damn.
So.
I mean, it's probably a really small window, right? Like, that's like supply and demand, like at its finest. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
people will definitely pay more when there's less supply. You know, that's interesting. I'm sure they only have a small window where like this will work. You know, like once they start manufacturing a whole bunch more, you think like people will buy all of that shit? And like,
I mean, a lot of people probably think that it's intentional. You know, they want to make it seem like it's super rare and like really good. So like they kind of tantalize you a little bit for like the
Damn.
first few months as
just
like
tease you with it.
a marketing scheme.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's interesting. I don't know, man. I'm gonna get it though as soon as it's readily available. Make that
It's
switch.
gonna be a while.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I like the interface of PS5 a lot. Like Xbox is cool, but it'd be cool to switch. You know.
Yeah, they're due for an upgrade. So
Yeah, dude. I always would have, dude. I was always have these shitty storage issues with my Xbox. Like there'd be times where I couldn't figure out why, but like if I was playing a game, like and I saved it, like I would come back to the spot I had like started from that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kept like I was like, all right, you know what? Like I'll just maybe tomorrow it'll fix. And then the next day, the same shit would happen. I'd be like, what is going on,
Yeah,
dude?
yeah.
And then I wouldn't play the game for a long time, and I would come back, and it would start working again. You know what I mean? I'd be like, all right, I can't do this every time. I need to fucking get to the next level, dude.
No,
Oh, shit.
yeah, that's for sure, man. I mean, I had like the games now are getting so big, like Red Dead
Yeah.
and like the Call of Duty. It takes up like half of your like hard drive, like on the unit. Like I had to buy an external hard drive for mine. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I don't have one, so I'm like always trying to delete
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. It's like you could have like 2.5 games max, like saved on this thing. So choose wisely.
Dude, 100%. I don't know. Yeah, dude, it was cool to kind of have like for a long time. I had all the FIFAs from like 2008 on my
Why?
like, or, like two, and then
Like installed.
yeah, and then like I was like, oh, that's cool, and then I was like, fuck it. One day I had to like get rid of my collection of FIFAs, dude.
Yeah, it's like when are you gonna go back and play an older version of FIFA?
Hey man,
Like, is there one?
what if I beat you in like 10 years, 12 years worth of FIFA, dude?
Well, is there like a version of FIFA that's like objectively better than any other one, or is it just always get the new one?
I think they get better each year, dude.
Yeah.
I don't. So I've been hearing bad things about FIFA 21. That it's
Uh-huh.
not as good or anything, but I can't like really say from experience because I haven't played it, you know. But FIFA, I think after like FIFA like 14, 15, the graphics got really really good,
Yeah.
and they keep getting better. Sometimes I feel like they revert a little bit, but like you can like they make the expressions a lot better and like the gameplay's a lot better, you know? Like there's some in like I remember in like the earlier ones like 2010, the early 2010s, like you could easily figure out how to like time it perfectly where you could score a goal in any situation, right? It's like kind of like you hacked it, you know?
Yeah.
And like I feel like now it's a little bit tougher to like really figure out like the perfect timing for shit, you know what I mean? Or but like now you have to figure out the timing and the placement a little bit better, you know?
Yeah.
So they made the gameplay a little bit harder, which I think is more fun. Like you can't clobber someone like who knows how to play the game by like 7-8 goals because like all those little tricks are kind of gone, you know?
Yeah. No, that's probably for the better, honestly. You don't just want to like take advantage of a shitty game and like win without even like having to think hard about it. I don't know.
I don't know if it was like that in 2K though. Like, do you think it got? I mean, it definitely got harder, right? The shot.
Yeah, I feel like in the most recent 2K, they definitely made making threes harder.
Yeah. Dude.
In like the previous versions, man, you could just like spam threes, especially in Blacktop, and you like would. It's like you're almost an idiot not to like shoot a bunch of threes. But they definitely buffed that out.
Yeah, dude. It made me suck even more at threes. Dude, I like, never take shots in that game, dude.
Yeah.
I'm always like Russell Westbrook or someone who can drive, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. It's interesting, man. Like, I feel like we were around when the first 2Ks of like every sport that had 2Ks came out, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of an interesting generation of like gaming to be in, you know?
Yeah. It's like the video game graphics are just getting so much, like they're getting exponentially better. So it's like today's generation isn't going to know what it's like to go from like Super Nintendo to PS5.
Yeah.
Which like the difference is like astronomical. But now it's like there's kids that are going to be going from like PS4 to like PS6, and it's like, I mean, it's going to be better, but it's not going to be such a drastic change from like the vintage gaming consoles, you know?
Yeah, or like the kids that came from like, let's say like Xbox 360 as their first console to like, you know, the newest Xbox. There's a stark difference, right?
Yeah.
But it's not that like original Nintendo difference, you know what I mean, with them square ass games.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I was like, it's so like tactful and smart that they came out with those 2K games, man, because like it's people are always gonna buy it, right? Because the players change every year, the ratings change based on the year they played and everything like that. So it's like such a good scheme of video games to go through, you know? Mm-hmm. Fucking good ass idea.
Well, and also they like pretty much the thing now is to get you to spend money like online. Like they do like the online like Blacktop games or whatever, where you have to actually like pay money to upgrade your dude in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I can like spend 25 hours to upgrade my dude's 3-point shooting like a half a point. Or I could spend $10 and like max it out real quick, you know.
Make him really, dude. That's interesting though, man. I feel like isn't it funny? Like even in video games, like there's like that like automation that's coming through now in like an alternate universe, you know.
Uh-huh.
Like if you think about like, I mean, obviously when we were like, you know, those games like Crash Bandicoot and stuff like that, like you could only learn by like getting a little bit farther and fucking up and like remembering how you got there, going a little bit further. Like those types of like mind games I feel like are still around, but like I don't know, they're fewer and far in between, you know? Like you said, everything's like you can pay for it now, dude. Shit like that. But like in Red Dead even too, like, you know, like you think more about like what you have to do, I feel like, if you have to spend that time. You know, like the bond with your horse and shit.
Yeah, I feel like with like the sports games, it's like it's more geared towards how can we manipulate you into spending more money on this game, whereas like Red Dead, like in the story mode, it's like you actually have to invest time into it. It's like it's probably a little bit more rewarding for you in the long run to actually like spend the time to like train your horse or like earn whatever skill you're trying to do, as opposed to just like forking over money and like instantly upgrading your dude.
Dude, it's like you're not gonna like I don't know, they got the scheme of that game like really really right because like dude, you want to make your character better, you know what I mean? You want to like do those side missions in Red Dead and shit like that. I don't know, man. And like I'm not gonna be fucking around like I am in GTA, like with the cops and stuff like that. Because like, dude, the Pinkertons, they'll get you ass.
You don't want no bounty, like when you're halfway through a mission, like you got a bunch of people coming after your ass out of nowhere.
It's like already high stakes, and then you got the fucking Pinkertons like just shooting at you from the distance, man. I don't need that in my life at all, dude.
It just like makes you behave more. Like in GTA, you can do whatever you want. But like in Red Dead, it's like your reputation will be ruined, and it will make it difficult for you to finish this game if you don't stop being such an asshole.
Dude, there's like straight up like karma built into that game.
Yeah,
dude. Like it's crazy, man. That's one of them games they did really well, dude. I used to really like you played Grand Theft Auto and shit, right?
Yeah, but I really never got like super into the story mode in Grand Theft Auto. It was always like more so just to kind of dick around and, you know, drive cool cars and you know, do whatever, run shit. People over. But
yeah, there was like the first two, like Liberty City and like Vice City, I think, right? Like with that like Italian dude. There's one was in Miami, kind of Miami place.
That was Vice City, yeah.
Yeah, dude, those two games, I was really into the storyline. And then like it's kind of like the Fast and Furious movies, right? Like as they kept making more, it was like, dude, come on. But like I did also get into that San Andreas one. Dude. That one was really good with CJ.
Yeah. I just think that the storyline in GTA wasn't as like compelling as Red Dead.
Oh, not at all.
It's just more so like this conglomeration of like random like high action missions, and I mean there's kind of a story, but I just feel like overall it's just like how ridiculous can we make these missions?
Dude, 100%, man. They like it was more about like the little things you could do in Grand Theft Auto, like kill people, get the different gun kits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like Red Dead was about that too. The storyline was also pretty like emotionally engaging.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you were definitely like feeling the fucking betrayals and shit that like, and like the Arthur, he was like fucking kind of a bad dude and like, but like he had a good side to him and shit.
Yeah, I think it's just with GTA, it's just like a little cheekier, you know. It's like they just want you to have a good time, which is fine. I got nothing against that.
Yeah, no, dude.
But I just don't think it's like as compelling when it's like a coherent storyline. I mean, in Red Dead, there's like side stuff to do, but just overall, it's just a way more like realistic and engaging experience.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I knew all the cheat codes for fucking Vice City, bro. Like. I could like get the fucking popo off me if I wanted to at any moment, dude. Like, so just go from like having a bunch of like SWAT cars and helicopters on me, hit one cheat code, they all kind of like disperse,
right?
To go to different directions, and shit.
Right.
Stupid, dude. But yeah, man. Nerdy, dude. I used to like have like just be up for all the new consoles that came out, dude. I had fucking like PlayStation, PS2. I didn't have PS3, but I had like Nintendo 64, the original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, fucking Xbox 360, and Xbox One, dude. Just always had to have it, man.
Is that every console you've had in a row right there?
Yeah, man, I had like a PSP and the Game Boys and shit too. I don't know if you're going with the handhelds.
Yeah, no, we won't have to get into the handhelds, man. It's fine.
I hit it too hard. It's Christmas Eve. Yeah, man. That's pretty much it, dude.
Okay. We had a Super Nintendo and then a GameCube, N64. Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube. We had a Wii. Then I got an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And then PS4. The PS4 was the first PlayStation I ever had.
Oh, damn. All right.
Yeah.
GameCube was dope, though.
Dude, I have a Switch, too, actually.
Oh, dude, come on.
I kind of fell ass backwards into a Nintendo Switch. That thing's sick.
It's a handheld, right?
It's both.
Oh.
It's a handheld, but you can, like, dock it and then, like, play it on a TV, too.
Damn, okay.
So, yeah, no, Nintendo Switch is super cool. But, yeah, no, I mostly had all the Nintendo shit. before like the online gaming became really popular.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Xbox 360, like it really took off with like all the Call of Duties and
dude.
stuff. And it's like all my friends would have Xbox, so it's like everybody got the same ones that you could all play with each other.
What? All right. So now we're getting into this fucking shit. All right. So I'm gonna name off a few good games. All right. Um, Super Smash Brothers GameCube, dude.
GameCube?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
That
that.
was one of the best games ever, dude.
Yeah, that was
I
great.
love that game, dude. Who would you play with? Who was your dude
I
in it?
was always Link.
Oh, Link?
Yeah.
Me too, dude. Link,
too?
Yeah, man.
Like,
I'll
he was your
fucking-
number one?
Yeah, dude.
No
Hell yeah.
shit.
No, dude. I thought you were gonna say something bogus like Captain Falcon or something
Oh,
like that.
man,
Remember
no.
the Falcon
man,
Punch?
nah, dude.
Dude, Link was awesome, man. He was really versatile as a character, bro.
And, yeah, he would have that thing where you double jump and then press up on attack, and he would do, like, the spinny, helicopter motherfucker, you know? That was always super useful, dude, because you could, like, hit someone up in the air and then, like, do the helicopter to spin them off the map, you know?
Dude. Dude, every now and then, so, like, you know, man, I don't know the name of the map, but it's like, it's like a castle map, like, kind of like this.
Hyrule Castle?
Yeah.
With, like, the path, like, the diagonal path, like, down below, to, like, the lower tier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, when you're playing, like, 4 people, so, like, you know, sometimes you knock someone off the top of the map, they're coming down.
Yeah.
Like, every now and then I'll do this thing where I'll just, you know how, like, the farther you pull his arrow back, so
Yeah.
someone will be dropping, and, like, as they drop, and they try to do that double jump,
Yeah.
just let the bitch go,
Just, like,
it
disrupt
takes them
it.
down even farther, dude. Every now and then I'm just sitting there sniping, dude, just camping out, man.
Dude.
My cousins will get pissed, dude. They're like, stop doing that shit.
Dude, like Super Smash Brothers is so petty, man. It's
Oh,
like
dude.
you just take advantage of like the cheapest moves for some
Yeah.
of those people.
Dude.
Would you do like stock, or would you do, what was the? I can't even remember.
Both,
Like-
though.
Like
dude.
one is like you have a certain amount of lives, and then the other one was just like you just inflict as much damage as possible.
Yeah, it was
I
like a
don't know.
free for all kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, there's all types of. You play teams, you know, like 2-on-2.
Okay.
And shit like that. Any possible combination, dude. Like kind of like how we do in 2K, dude. Just like try to change it up, man.
Yeah.
Like having like sleepovers with my friends when we were like young and shit like that. That's what we were doing all night long, man.
Dude. Yeah. Who was the most annoying character in Super Smash Brothers?
Dude, I don't know if there was an annoying character. I think like you
Or
know,
cheapest character?
dude, I think like when like any of like my friends who are really good at it could be like any character and still beat your ass with it. That would be
Yeah.
the most annoying. Like, I'd be like,
Okay.
damn, you guys are too good. So like they would pick someone easy like Mario, like who had no kind of like real like
Yeah.
like advantage. You know, no like
Yeah.
weapons on him, just his hands.
He's
he
a plumber
like, yeah, just
in
kill
overalls.
you with it. That would be the most annoying for me with someone like Peach or someone like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
What about you, dude?
I feel like Kirby was always super bogus when he would like suck you in and then like do some
Yeah.
shit. I don't know, man. I always feel like Kirby was like the cheapest one for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, Kirby sucks. Yeah, man, I like those games. Like I know we played Mario Tennis.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
OG shit. You ever played GoldenEye?
I have played it, but I wasn't like one of those
You went
people.
into it, yeah.
I got into it like when I was like 20, like after like
yeah.
because I never played it as a kid, and it's like that was like the holy grail of N64 gaming for so many people,
Dude.
and they're so good at it because like jumping into it after not like playing as a kid, but like playing other shooter games like
yeah.
like play Call of Duty on PS4. And then you transition to GoldenEye, where it's like one stick, and it's just like this janky ass control
Yeah.
system. Is so impossible,
Dude,
to like revert back to that after playing like a modern first person shooter game.
Yeah, totally, man. It's like the gameplay is not realistic, like whatsoever, dude. Like the way you open shit and stuff like that, and like the rate at which it opens is so dumb, dude. But like, yeah, dude, I think that was another one of those games that I would go in on, dude. Like just playing GoldenEye all night long, just trying to fuck people up in it. That
Yeah,
shit was fun.
It's fun. It's definitely fun, but it's like I am way too like behind the eight ball on that game to like ever compete with anybody who played it like as a kid.
Yeah, dude. What's another one of your favorite games on like an older console?
Dude, definitely Tony Hawk's Pro Skater,
Oh
man.
yeah, hell yeah, dude.
I mean, that was like pretty much my favorite game as a kid. Just I mean, because I liked skateboarding, like, and that game was just so much fun. And they would just be churning them out every year. I had like every single one for GameCube and N64. And
Did they like ever show like graphic like material of the people wiping out in that game? Like, could you like?
no, I mean it was kind of like some blood might squirt out if you really eat shit, like going fast, like.
There you go.
But it wasn't anything like really. You could like actually turn the blood off if you're
Oh.
a pussy, you know? But
Oh shit.
or like maybe that would make your mom let you play it.
Yeah, dude.
But turn the blood off. Some of the later skateboarding games like Skate, like the falls would be a little more brutal, and it was kind of more fun that way.
Yeah.
Like there was actually in some of the skate games like Skate 3, there was a certain game mode where you would try to bail as hard as you could and see who broke like more bones. Like there'd be like a tally of who got more fucked up, like bailing down like a 22 like stair set or something.
Damn, that sounds fun as hell, dude.
Yeah.
I used to like that graffiti part of Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Man. Like that's a different type of like competition. You know what I mean? It's like you are like competing against each other, but you're kind of trying to be as good as you can be. You know what I mean? Like that was a really intense game in Tony Hawk, dude. Always had fun with that one, man. Did you ever play SSX Tricky, dude?
Yeah, I had SSX Tricky for GameCube.
Dude, that game was fun, right?
I played that game nonstop.
Do you remember Brody?
I was always Mac.
Ah, dude, the little dude with the goggles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was like a
snowboarder.
he was a snowboarder, and I can't remember if he was a DJ. Why do I feel like everybody in that game was like a DJ on the side?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like they all had like their own like individual identity. You know, I think he was like. When you picked him, he had like a fucking boombox on his shoulder,
shit.
like LL Cool J or some shit, you know?
Dude, that game I think was ahead of its time, man.
Oh,
like
man,
the graphics were really good on that, and the gameplay was awesome, man. Like it was so competitive. You remember like if you rolled up next to someone and you like hit the tile with the other stick, you would like push them down. Do you remember that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
That would be the best, dude. It'd be so like slightly bogus when someone else would do that
Yeah.
to you. They
Oh
just
my
knock you
God.
down real fast, dude.
Dude, I forgot all about that game. I probably put thousands of hours into that game,
Right?
dude. Yeah.
Dude, because you would need to like it's kind of like Crash Bandicoot in a way, like when you get to know the course, like you know the tricks, right? You know how
Yeah.
to get to it get through it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So it's like it definitely takes a lot of practice to be good at a game like that, dude.
Yeah, you have to like learn the course before you can like beat any challenges on it, because you got to know like where you can do the steezy tricks. Man.
Hey, I gotta get all these points. Yeah, man. Because you could change up the boards too. You know, like you could have like your standard snowboard. You could have one of those really really long boards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like if you lean into it, you go
Yeah.
faster and shit, man. Like I was all over that, dude.
Dude, yeah, that was one of my favorite games.
Dude, there's this one game called Midtown Madness, and we can hop off the video game shit. I
Wasn't Midtown Madness? Wasn't that like was that like a Crazy Taxi type game?
kind of, yeah, but I mean, it wasn't exactly a taxi game, but like, you could like essentially it was like you could pick all these nice cars, unlock all these nice cars, race and stuff like that, and then like there'd be a mode where like you could pretty much just like kind of free ball it, and like you could just like turn it with cops on or with cops off, so you could practice the different maps. So like I had this thing, like it was like a wheel that you put on your lap and a pedal.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, dude. It was so nerdy, but it was
man.
so cool, dude.
You
had
had
a
like
gear
a-
shifter and shit.
You had like a bootleg Cruising USA
What's
set up, man.
Adjusted rear view mirror. It was so funny.
Like that
dude.
shit they used to have at like Pizza Hut, like
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
seat, like the wheels.
Get a couple tokens, dude.
Yeah.
Throw it in there, dude. Yeah, man. But I don't know, dude. I was a big gamer, dude, up until like probably recently. I mean, I still kind of play video games, but not as much, dude. I don't know, man. 2021, dude.
What's
What
it
you
gonna
got
be
planned?
like?
What do you got planned?
What do I got planned?
Anything on the agenda for
I don't know,
2021?
man. I just kind of want things to return to normal.
Yeah.
It's like after being in this weird like society for like almost a year now, it's like you kind of think about all the things that you took for granted, like in your normal life.
Yeah.
Like you always get sick of the day-to-day shit, but it's like you really, like, now that we've had basic things taken away from us, like going to the movies or going out to dinner, or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
especially like live music and
Yep.
live comedy shows. It's like, I think when society returns to normal, like, people are probably going to be like really grateful to have a lot of those things back.
Totally, man. Totally, 100%. Yeah, dude. I don't know, like, what's on the agenda, but I do definitely want to go back to a comedy show, hit that 2 drink minimum, and just like chill and laugh. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that seems like something so foreign. You know, like something that I did long, long ago. You know, when I was a young boy.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
But yeah, I don't know, man. That would be fun. Just something like small like that would be cool. Like, yeah, going out to dinner, man. I don't remember the last time. Like, I mean, we went like, but like, I don't remember the last time it was like 100% okay to be like out. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like even now, like when we would go out, it's like, oh shit. You know, you're kind of thinking about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you can go out to dinner, but it's like everyone's wearing masks, and
Yeah.
it's like every other table there's nobody there, so it's like you're still getting these constant reminders that like everything like isn't normal.
Yeah, dude. I drove to the city yesterday, right? Went for a drive, and you know, it was warm yesterday, kind of. People were eating. People were eating and shit outside. Like they're sitting at tables outside. I was like, nice, you know, good, fine. But it's cold. It's like 40 degrees outside. You know what I mean? But I mean, dude, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. You know, I feel like at that rate,
Yeah.
like at that rate, I'll just stay inside, man. You know, but sometimes you gotta scratch that itch, I guess, dude.
And it's like now you see all these places that have like tents in the parking lot
What's the
with like
difference?
4 like tarp walls. It's
Yeah,
like you
dude.
just build.
You just put another inside,
Yeah,
outside,
like-
dude. Like, what's the difference there? Dude? Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting one for me, dude. But yeah, man. That. So when you get the next part of the vaccine, like let's say like you were like, all right, I got both parts of the vaccine. I'm gonna go to like Italy now. Like, would you be like, all right, I'm gonna go do that now, or would you still be like reluctant?
Like, would I feel like impenetrable? Just 'cause I
Yeah,
have
would
the
you feel
vaccine?
invincible because you got that vaccine?
I mean, yes and no. I guess yes, because it like does prevent symptomatic.
hey,
Yo, we're trying to do a podcast down here. All right, why don't you? This fucking guy.
get his ass.
Yes and no. I guess yes, because it like prevents you from getting symptomatic disease, but it does not prevent you from possibly spreading it to somebody else.
Yeah,
So it's like you can be asymptomatically infected by it and still give it to somebody else. You
Yeah.
know? So it's like I would feel better about myself being protected, but I would still be worried about potentially spreading it to somebody else until we have more information.
that's interesting, dude. That's interesting. That's a pretty mature perspective, dude. Because I was about to say, fuck it, I'm going.
I ain't got no mask on.
Just fucking getting it. No, dude. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's interesting. I can't wait to get it and like kind of have a little bit more like reassurance, you know? Because like, man, that's like, it's terrible to like, dude. Do you feel like COVID or not? Do you feel like people are dying like crazy this year, or maybe I'm just like hearing about more deaths? I feel like I've heard about so many deaths like this year outside of just COVID. Like,
Yeah.
a couple of my uncles passed away this year. A bunch of family, like relatives, passed away this year. More so than I feel like I've ever heard it in my life. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know though.
I don't know either. I mean, I feel like there's been a lot of celebrity deaths this year. Some of them, I mean, not necessarily COVID, but like Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, dude, Kobe Bryant died this year, right? Was it?
I think so. Yeah,
That was
I think that
2020?
was like February maybe, or like it was. Yeah, I think that was this
Damn.
year. Maybe
That seems
not.
like
I don't
so
know,
long
dude.
ago,
I
dude.
can't even. I can't keep my days straight.
Damn
But
it.
I mean, I definitely think like the vaccine is going to change things for the better,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's going to be like this immediate shift to normalcy that
Yeah,
like people
no.
think it is, because you still have to wear a mask and you still have to social distance,
Yeah.
just because of there's still, it's not that it doesn't prevent asymptomatic transmission, but it's like we just don't know enough yet to
Yeah.
have like a solid answer.
You gotta
And
try to
until we know, you're going to have to be doing
chill
the
out.
same shit, you
Yeah,
know?
you gotta tread softly until you have something definite, dude. For sure, man.
I think that it is going to make a major impact on like the amount of active cases, though, which is then going to have a major impact on society.
Yeah.
Because right now everything's shut down based on the amount of cases and the positivity rate of the cases and hospital bed availability and all this different stuff. And all of that's going to go down when the vaccine is widely distributed.
Yeah. Damn.
So it's definitely going to make a difference, but it's not going to be this like instant
Yeah.
snap to normalcy.
I think effects of like of this whole situation are gonna be in, like, it's gonna be relevant for maybe another decade. You know what I mean? Like, in many ways, you know,
Yeah, I would agree.
maybe longer, dude.
I think it's going to be around, and it's going to like exist in pockets, you know, like there's probably going to be like sporadic outbreaks,
Yeah.
but if enough people get the vaccine, it's going to make a major impact on it. And the more we know about the vaccine is going to change things as well. Like the more we learn about how effective it is and like what exactly it prevents.
Yeah, man.
I don't
Dude,
know.
I don't-
It's going to be around for a few years, I think.
Yeah,
at
dude.
least.
I don't know much about infection control, or even about the disease itself, or the, you know, like the bacteria, or any of like the chemical like makeup of it. It's just like, dude, like, economically, it's like, it's radical, like what's going on. You know what I mean? I feel like all different types of there's like all these paradigm shifts happening. Like, I feel like certain companies that were like kind of down, like, are on the come up. Like anything digital and like
Amazon.
yeah, like all that stuff is all on the come up, and any of those manual like type things are going down. And I feel like even I miss a lot of those, like those pop-up restaurants, and a lot of those like those little like hole in the wall places in the city that probably went out of business, right?
Sure.
But dude, it definitely shows you kind of like what is necessary and like what is not necessary. You know what I mean? I think like I don't know, a lot of the places, like, for example, like, dude, like, even like gym wise, like, you can do a lot of stuff at home. I'm not saying a gym's like unnecessary, but there's so many things you can do at home to like stay fit and like with your body weight and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I think it's like a good eye opener to a lot of people that, like, all right, dude, you gotta kind of like fucking cut bullshit out sometimes in your life, dude, and just like focus up on what's necessary, dude, you know? And I think that's like an important lesson that I've like learned this year, dude, you know? Like, essentials are important.
Yeah, it's just kind of funny how like the people who are normally like not thought of as essential to society, like cashiers and grocery store workers and food delivery people, and like they're pretty much like the people earning the lowest wages that are the ones not working remotely, and
Yeah.
the ones that are like essential to the functioning of society. It's like you need somebody to be selling you groceries, and you need somebody to do any basic service, man. And it's like these are the people who are getting paid the least,
Dude.
which is kind of bogus.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, dude, I don't know. The whole setup, like we always go back to that. The whole setup, I feel like, of our society is a little bit like off center. I don't know if like I don't have an alternative, you know what I mean? But it's a little bit off center in what we prioritize. I feel like, and like the way income is distributed. You know what I mean?
For
like,
sure.
And I don't know if that's just like gonna take a long time to shift, but like whatever, dude. It's just like I think in a time like this, like a country should be prepared for like to take care of all of its citizens. You know,
Exactly.
Like I said, I'm not saying I have a plan, but every citizen should be like taken care of. You know what I mean? If they're in this country.
I definitely agree, and I think that's kind of one of the reasons why our country has been affected worse than others. It's because we're kind of like doing this half-assed lockdown where, like, let's say you're a restaurant owner and they tell you you can't be open right now, but also we're not going to give you any money or funding to like survive or like feed your family or do anything while you're not working. It's like as a country, you can't force somebody to not work and then also not pay them for not working.
Right.
Like in pretty much every other civilized country, you know, like Germany and the Netherlands and a lot of other places in Europe, the government is subsidizing people's salaries who can't work. So it's like you're getting 80% of your salary because they want to ensure that everybody is staying home.
Yeah.
So they're going to give you the option to stay home. It's like, it's just really setting up this weird situation where it's like you want to stop disease transmission, but they're not enabling people enough to do that.
Dude, you can't take away people's options. You know what I mean? Like, if you take away their options, they feel like backed into a corner, you know?
Yeah.
And they're going to act out, man. And I don't know. It's tough. I mean, we're fortunate where we're, like, not experiencing too much hardship. But, dude, imagine right now, even, like, imagine that $600 that's coming people's way, supposedly.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, a big fuck you.
That's a slap in the face.
Yeah. Like, imagine, like, a person who's been laid off since like March and like delinquent on rent for like 10 months now.
Yeah.
What is $600 gonna do? Like you can't live anywhere in Chicago for $600, bro. Like
no.
Like not for that long of time, you know what I mean?
And in Canada they're getting $2,000 a month.
Yeah, man.
And it's like in here the unemployment support lapsed and there's nothing out there for anybody, and now it's like they're giving you $600 for how many months worth of absolutely no assistance at all.
Yeah, dude.
It's disgusting, man.
Tough time, dude. But
it's like, meanwhile, somehow the rich are still getting richer during this time.
Yep. I mean, dude, there's definitely people finding opportunity, right? Like we're talking about during these times, and you can't be mad at some people. I feel like you're just mad at if like people are intentionally creating disparities. You know what I mean? Like if you know about an issue and like you're in a position of power to like kind of change it and you're not doing it out of benefit for yourself, it's kind of tough to like get behind that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if we're in positions where we're making decisions about like the life of another person. Do you know what I mean? But if I was like in a position of power, like I don't know, someone making law or legislation, and like this particular legislation was going to help me and I'm affluent, and it was going to like knock someone who's non-affluent and facing poverty, and I made the decision to like put it in my favor, that's what I can be mad at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People who are like in the position to help and aren't helping,
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Like you would expect, with how many people are like impacted by it, you would expect our government to have a little bit more sympathy for people out there than they actually have.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's definitely a tough time, man, and yeah, like I don't think we've seen anything like it before, dude. Not as adults, I think when you're a kid, some things are a little bit different for you, like a lot of my friends who have kids right now who are like about 2, 3, 4, like they don't know shit, they don't know what's going on even, but like adults, people who are like conscious about it, I feel like it's gonna be a time like no other for them, dude. I don't think anything's like this is gonna happen again. Knock on wood, though.
I mean, this is definitely probably the most insane, like widely spread event that we're ever gonna experience.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because after like big things happen, I usually like end up having conversations with my friends like, yo, that might be the craziest thing that happens in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like probably like a year or two ago, I was hanging out with my friends or whatever, and it was just like, damn, like, is there ever going to be anything crazier than 9/11 that happens,
yeah.
you know? It's like 9/11 was
Wild.
like a landmark in American history, you know? And that's like everybody remembers where they were on 9/11, you know?
Yeah.
And you just think about like, is there ever going to be anything crazier than that? And it's like then this slowly grew, and like now it's just like been at the forefront of everybody's mind for like the last 9 months.
Yeah. It's stopped everyone in their tracks, bro. Did you feel any of the that 2008 2009 like stock market crash?
Yeah.
Did you feel any of that?
Did I feel any of
Like
it?
I
No.
did. Yeah, same. I didn't feel.
I didn't
any.
have no stocks when I was 18.
Yeah, dude. Like I feel like it was like a historical like time, right? Like record breaking lows and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you know what I was thinking is like, so I remember like things being tossed around about people's 401k and their pensions, right? And that was before I knew that your 401k is like a stock investment, right? That's what it is, right?
More or less, yeah.
Right. So then like, so like right when COVID happened, right? So like all of our 401ks would have gone down, right? Because the stock market went down. But like, that's what that means. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know how to put it. It's like money lost, but it's not like money that came out of like your checking account.
Sure.
That's gone, right? It's not gone forever. It, like usually over time, like your those numbers are gonna come back to stable, right? Like how the stock market always does. So like even retrospectively, like kind of like, you know, doing the postmortem on that and thinking how serious it was, even though I didn't really feel it. I don't know if it was that serious anyway. It might have been though. You know what I mean? I just don't know, dude. I just don't know.
It's like I had no like threshold to understand like any of that shit when I was 18. Like it just didn't mean anything to me. You know, it's like sounds pretty shitty, but you know,
Yeah, dude.
I'm just gonna go fucking do whatever because I'm 18. You know.
I kind of still don't know like 100% like why it happened. So what they taught me in school was that like one of the main reasons was that people were like taking out loans and defaulting on them, and so like there was all this like money that was owed and houses were being like, you know, defaulted on, foreclosed and things like that, and the banks kept lending out money for for shit that they couldn't get back, and then apparently like too much of that happened and the bubble quote unquote bursted, right? But I don't know, like
I'm just trying to think back to like the opening scene of Wolf of Wall Street
There
or
you go.
something where they pretty much give you a rundown of what happened, right? I mean,
didn't the Wolf of Wall Street occur before that?
I don't know, dude. I thought
I think
it was
it
all
did,
the same
man.
thing. Okay. Right.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I don't really think I understand enough of that. I mean, I just know that it was bad.
Yeah. All right. Side question. So you saw Parasite, right?
Yeah.
And we saw 1917.
Yeah.
Which one did you like better?
Which I like better. I guess I liked them for different reasons.
Sure, you don't have to like one better, I guess. If you want to be a dick about it. If you want to be difficult, man.
I'm probably gonna say Parasite.
Yeah.
Just because I thought Parasite was more so like a movie with like twists and turns in the plot line. Like
Sure.
it takes you into unexpected directions.
Yeah.
Whereas in 1917, it's just like more of like an immersion into like the experience of World War One, and it was like just trying to be as realistic as possible with like the continuous camera shots and everything. Like it was a really cool like experience.
Yeah.
And like a production, but I wasn't really like surprised by anything that
really?
happened in it.
I
You
get
know.
you. I get you. Yeah, I just wasn't ready. Like I think like like you know how, so I think like the type of movies that like you and I are kind of on the same page about, like a little bit of those darker movies, a little bit more like artistic flair and things like that. Like I recently, I think pretty much probably since like we started hanging out, started getting into those type of movies, right? It's like a whole new genre for me. So like when I would still say Parasite because I think it was very well crafted. You know, it was like a work of art. You know, the way everything came together. But like I don't know, it could have been a combination of seeing it in the movie theater, right? 1917. I saw Parasite like on like at my apartment, you know, on my TV, and then I think like dude, he had picked up like some kind of crazy like bud before we like went to see that movie, and it got me, dude. And I was just in that movie like I felt like I couldn't take a breath throughout all of 1917. I felt like all of it was just go 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 go, and finally it was done. I was like, ooh, damn, dude, that was intense.
Yeah, it's just like you wanted the characters to survive like at all costs. But
do you remember that one scene where like I forgot the two main characters' name, but remember one of them gets like stabbed.
Yeah,
and he like puts him over
by the pilot that crashes.
Yeah, and he puts him over his shoulder, right? And he's trying to carry him.
Yeah,
and you know, like in all the normal army movies, any type of real like war movie, they throw this dude over his back like it's nothing, right? There's one away with it. But dude, you could like totally feel how much of a burden carrying that guy was.
Yeah,
with all his like shit on him too. And I'm like, dude, no way. Like, just gave up on him real quick. Dude.
Yeah, he's just like, fuck this, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna shoot you in the face and like let you be done with it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought like seeing Parasite without like knowing anything going into it is just like a crazy experience, because it's like the story just like starts and it's just like about this family that's like helping each other get jobs, like working for this rich ass family, and then it's like you find out about like the people living in the cellar, and it just like takes you in like this completely different direction. And then like the end scene where it just goes ape shit and like stabs everybody. It's just
lost it all, man. It's just so one is like you don't know like why the movie is called Parasite until after, you know what I mean? Until you really do that like reflection on the movie and you're like, oh, these people were like leeching on like one by one to this family and like sucking them dry of all of their resources, you know? And then like you don't know from the start what the movie's gonna be about though, you know what I mean? And I think like that's part of it, right? It's part of that like wow factor, because you're like, okay, dude, I think I might know what this movie's about, but then it takes a crazy turn, and like this whole family just like leeches onto this thing, dude. You know?
Yo, I actually didn't even think about that until you told me just now.
Oh shit, well, dude.
So that's a pretty wise observation.
Hey, man, I don't know. I like movies that like you kind of like, you know, like even making trailers is like an art too, right? Because you want to give like an insight into the story, but you don't really want to give too much, you know? So like,
and that's like, honestly, man, I kind of try to avoid trailers for movies that I really want to see, because it's like sometimes you see like a 2.5 minute trailer for a movie and it's like, y'all fucking laid out the entire plot line on me already.
Straight out, I don't even go see it anymore, dude.
Yeah, man. It's like, I could act like I saw that movie, you know?
Yeah, dude. 100%. Yeah, man. I don't know. I feel like with the ease of technology and like the advancement in technology, movies, like obviously they're getting more like technologically proficient, right? Animation and stuff like that. But also even the movies that don't really contain too much animation are getting better too. You know what I mean? Like acting is getting better. Like screen cuts are getting better. You know, the scenery and all that stuff is getting more like efficient. I don't know. It's interesting, man. I love to see the progression of movies, dude. Especially from like the way, like, you know, that early 2000s, the way it's shot, like the Sopranos or something like that.
It's like where it's kind of like the edge of like high definition entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's still kind of got like that 90s like appeal to it, where there's not like hella CGI in it yet. But it's like just starting to look like really good.
yeah, dude. 100%. Because like you go back to like the Godfather era movies, like in the 70s. like those movies were good, man. The acting was great, right? But the way, you haven't seen all those movies, have you?
I saw the first two.
Oh, you saw the first two?
Yeah.
So the way people get killed, like with their hands, like is not realistic. You know what I mean? Like this, even the sound of like someone punching is like, you know what I mean? It's like they make that like really harsh sound. It's like in the third one, this one bodyguard of like Henry, it's not Henry. Oh no, maybe it's the second one actually. You know Henry Roth in the second one, like that Jewish guy, that businessman.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
But. So his bodyguard, right, gets killed by one of Al Pacino's hitmen, by Michael Corleone's hitman, right? So what he does is, so he takes his hanger, it's a wooden hanger, and he presses like the wood part up against his neck, and but what's happening is the guy's falling down. So obviously you lose the pressure on the neck if you're just putting a hanger on someone's neck, but the guy dies from that, right? In the movie, and it's like what happens is the other guy brings his arm around, is like kind of pressing it a little bit against his neck. You could totally tell that would never kill somebody. You know what I mean? And like that level of detail is like not missed in a newer movie. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
yeah, I would agree with that. But at the same time, it's like I almost prefer the effort of trying to make gore look real. In the absence of like CGI.
Oh.
Because it's like no matter how realistic CGI gets, it's like you're always gonna be like, that was done in Photoshop, dude. Like, and it's like that. Like movies just get like gory almost to a fault.
That's true. When it's too easy, they probably just go overboard with it. No, I feel that. Yeah, I think so. Gore in general, in terms of like scary movies, sometimes I think it works, and sometimes I think it's too easy. You know what I mean? Like if you can get into my mind and get me all fucked up to where I'm thinking about the shit in like bed later on, and I'm like can't sleep. Like that's what you need to do to me, dude. Like but yeah, I don't know. I think those A24 films.
Oh, man, dude, yeah. It's like you have to use like the gore tastefully.
Yeah.
It's like you have movies like Hostel, or like, I don't know, some of the zombie movies where it's like half of the movie is just like people's like heads exploding entirely.
Yeah.
It's like that's gonna get old pretty quick. But in like Hereditary, for example, it's like when she's in the attic like sawing her own head off with like the barbed wire or whatever it was. It's like, oh my god, man, like that is gonna like be imprinted in my brain for eternity.
She's just like. Like, dude, what got me in that movie was the first like instance of like some bullshit where it was like, remember, she like turned the light on in the mirror, and then like grandma, that like devilish grandma, was standing behind her, and she turned it off and turned it back on, and it wasn't there anymore.
That was in Hereditary?
Yeah. It was like, you know how like slowly the shit started getting really out of control and spiraling out of nowhere. So this was like the first inkling, like the first sign of something really bogus happening. Even it was like right before the girl like went to that party and ate those brownies and got the fucking reaction. So like exactly like the mom is looking in the mirror, and then like she's like doing something, and like she turns the light off, but like she sees like a figure in the dark. She turns it on real quick, and it's like this like devilish looking grandma just like over her, and she like turns it back on, and it's like not there. I'm like, fuck, dude, everything was so subtle, man. And
and that's like what you eventually come to appreciate after you've seen a lot of horror movies. It's like the subtle things, dude. It's like, it's like you can always show like the monster or like the ghost like in its entirety. Yeah. But that's gonna like ruin everything. It's like you can't go off that for a whole movie. Yeah. It's always like the more subtle, like minor details that really make a horror movie good. Yeah. And like I thought in Hereditary, it was like the creepiest part was like that final night where the kid, like, who is like Payman or whatever, or like the Lord of everything, like he goes to sleep, and then it's like the twilight of like the morning, waking up, and you have all the people in the black body paint just standing in the yard, like all the people in that cult just like standing in the yard, like waiting for like sunrise to come up. And like that's the part where he's like waking up and like walking around the house, and you just see like random like
People
lurking bodies just like in the background.
There's like a naked dude in the closet.
Yes, exactly, and he has like no idea what's going on yet.
Dude, oh, man, they put that together so well. That part and the part where like, you remember the mom is like up on the wall, like she's like in her little like satanic like fucking chick from The Ring looking shit.
Yeah.
And she's like up in the corner of a wall, like in this contorted thing, and the son is just like sleeping.
Yeah.
And she's just like over him, like just. I'm like, man, you don't even notice it for a second.
Yeah.
And then you look in the corner, you're like, oh, whoa, like this bitch is just sitting up there.
Right.
That. Oh man, dude. And like even like some of the screams, like when her daughter dies, like that shrill scream she does for like, and they like amp it up. Dude, it's like so uncomforting. You know what I mean? Like puts you like off.
Yeah, man. There's just so many aspects to that movie that make it good. And there's also like kind of these subtle like repeating themes throughout the movie too.
Yeah.
Where it's like you don't really get it unless you like watch it a second time.
Yeah.
Like that pendant, like that maze like looking necklace,
Yeah.
like appears sporadically throughout the film. Like that part where the girl's like sticking her head out the window.
Yeah.
And like her head gets
dude,
pretty much sawed off by the
Yeah.
telephone pole.
Yeah.
That like maze emblem is like ingrained in the telephone pole.
Oh shit.
But you don't realize it until like later on in the movie when that becomes like a theme. So it's like you wouldn't pick up on that until like you see it a second time around.
Wow, I didn't even notice that. I've seen it a couple times. I
Yeah.
didn't notice it, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, like it was already marked before it fucking ripped the bitch's head off. Like,
Hey.
but you wouldn't know it.
Dude, so it was gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, dude. In that scene, like right after her head gets like fucking gnawed off, dude, or like fucking severed, you can tell this dude, like the brother, like he just like looks back and he just like ingests it. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't say a word, but he's like, all right, like that shit happened, and he's like, fucking takes a deep breath, man. He performed that so well, man, without saying a single word, dude.
Yeah, that I don't know who that kid is, the dark-haired kid.
Yeah.
But he was really good in that movie, man. I mean, that Ari Aster is so talented.
Oh man.
I don't know. You saw Midsommar, right?
Yeah. These motherfuckers though, whoever like is the team, they all love like shrooms and acid. Like
Yeah.
that's a common theme. Even in Good Time, like I know you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
but like that is a common theme. Like psychedelics is a common theme throughout this, which is like interesting that like, you know how psychedelics, like everyone has their own like relationship with it, right? Like it I feel like everyone has their own, you know, colors that come to mind when they do psychedelics, or different like, you know, rabbit holes they go down, right? But it seems like they go down a dark path when they get into psychedelics, right? Based on Midsommar and Hereditary shit.
Yeah, it was definitely more prevalent in Midsommar because
yeah.
they were actively drugging people, and they were kind of like making it seem on screen like it was like you were experiencing what they were experiencing.
Yeah, like the vibrant colors in that movie, dude.
Yeah.
Like there was, dude, you know what was fucked up in that movie, dude? Remember like those when those elder people had to like kill themselves, and they jumped off this like cliff onto that like death rock, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. It's like they weren't high enough, like not like smoking or anything, they weren't like altitude high enough to like kill themselves, you know what I mean? I was like, dude, when I saw it happen, I was like, dude, these people, if they're trying to kill themselves, they're gonna break a leg or two. You know what I mean? That's about it, dude. I was like, come on, man.
They should have gone higher up.
Yo, they should have climbed just a little bit higher. Fucking went head first.
Yeah.
That was such a visceral scene.
Swan dive off the bitch.
Dude, like
when they came in with a giant mallet and like smashed his head in like on the rock. Yeah, that was probably the most vivid scene of the entire movie right there.
God, dude. Like it was just like crazy. Like there was a lot of symbolism, dude. Like even that shit where they like cut off that dude's dick and shit like that. Like, oh my god, that was visceral, dude.
Yeah, I feel like like symbolism and like the subtle creepiness is like a huge part of a lot of the A24 movies. Like, did you see It Comes at Night?
No.
You haven't.
Is it an A24 movie?
Yes.
I gotta check that
It's
out.
really, really good. It's kind of like a post-apocalyptic, like disease, like zombie movie. But it's pretty much just like I don't even want to ruin it.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
yeah,
I don't really want to get into it, but
it's
it's about like it's pretty much about like human paranoia
sure.
in like times of crisis, like about man's like distrust for one another, like during
Gotcha.
like apocalyptic times. Dude, we should watch that movie tonight.
Dude, is it older than Hereditary?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Dude, let's
It's
watch
probably
it,
from
man.
like 5 years ago. I don't even know, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. But it's just like another one of those like subtle, like creepy, but like really tastefully done A24 horror movies. Yeah.
I gotta check that out, man. Let's watch it, dude. Let's go watch it.
You saw The Witch?
I saw The Witch. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a
Yeah.
good one. Dude, there's this one other movie. It was like, dude, I don't want to butcher it. It's called like Mama or something like that.
Yeah, Mama. Wait, Mama.
It was like this like old like Hispanic lady.
Was that Guillermo del Toro? Like the one with like the long, like creepy, like bitch with like the flowing gray hair. She was like a floating, like kind of ghost.
No, dude, not that one, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like this lady. So there was this couple. They had like a son who was like kind of troubled, right? He had like some kind of like mild like learning disorder or like some kind of mild like Asperger's or something like that, right? He had something going on, and he was just like a terror for them to like manage, right? So they hired this lady, like this caretaker, and she's like this old Hispanic lady, right? And she's like doing this like kind of like voodoo weird shit to him, but the kid's responding well to it, right? And so then they bring in this like the caretaker brings in like this other kid who is like she says it's her kid. And there's like this language barrier because she speaks Spanish and they don't really speak Spanish, right? And like so by the end of it, it's like some shit where like that mother like never was able to have a kid, so she tried to come in and like snatch that kid up and like move in her family into that and kind of like, you know, do some really satanic shit to that. So I'll let you watch that now that I gave it all away. But it's kind of a crazy movie, dude.
Yeah.
There's some like really interesting stuff that happens. I always think like anything with like cults and like, you know, any of that like medieval shit with like the crosses, the exorcisms, that stuff freaks me out, bro. So I'm all about that shit.
Yeah, have you seen you ever see The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
Yeah.
That's probably like the best exorcism movie aside from The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Which is obviously like a classic, but it's like I just think like the whole Exorcist thing is like completely overdone. It's like so many movies like took that in like a really shitty and like predictable like direction, but like The Exorcism of Emily Rose is really cool just because it was like they were going through like the trial process. You know, it's like there was kind of like a little bit of a side story where they were like referencing back to like this crazy shit going on.
Yeah.
But it's like in all the other exorcism movies, it's just like, how much fucked up shit can we make this possessed little girl do? You know, it's like she's fucking shitting out her intestines, she's like
throwing up on the walls and shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like it's just like beat a dead horse.
Yeah, dude, they definitely overdid it. Is that one different? So there's The Exorcist, right? And then The Exorcism of Emily Rose is different, right?
Yeah, but there's like
I've seen
so
them
many.
both,
There's so many like The Exorcism of blah blah blah. Like insert name here, you know.
The first one The Exorcist, the original one.
Yeah.
That one shook my ass, dude.
Really?
I think I was like 13 or something when that came out.
Okay.
Dude, I was just never had seen a movie like it, and it shook me, dude. I was like fucked up for days after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just like, dude, it like put me off center for a little bit, dude.
Yeah, man. I was I was like traumatized by a few horror movies as a kid, man, because like I saw the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, like the one with Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
And that shit, like, literally, like, deprived me of sleep for, like, weeks on end, man. Like, I liked horror movies, but I haven't, like, really seen, like, some crazy shit yet, you know?
Yeah.
And that was, like, the first movie that I watched, and it, like, literally, like...
Do you have
psychologically impacted me?
Do you have like a defense mechanism or like an idiosyncrasy or something like that when you're scared? Like do you cope with it or do you just kind of stay silent? Like what do you do?
Like now?
Yeah. So like I'll give you an example. So like when I was younger, when I would like the movie that did that for me was the first Saw. So I saw it when I was at like a friend's house. We were just all hanging out, and I was like a freshman in high school. And I was super scared, right? But like, because I was with all my friends and my guy friends, I was like, all right, I'm not, whatever, dude.
Try to act like a G.
So yeah, I'm gonna be thug about this, dude. So like, what I was doing to compensate was like, I was like kind of cracking jokes the whole time.
Yeah.
But low key, I was fucking terrified, dude. But like, do you do anything like that, or do you just kind of take it, dude?
No, I just kind of take it, man. I mean, I don't really like trying to make fun of a horror movie that I'm like trying to be scared by, dude.
Yeah.
Because it's like when I'm watching a horror movie, I'm trying to give it every chance to like actually scare me.
Totally, dude.
So I'm not gonna try to like ruin it for myself by like cracking jokes at it, unless it like turns out to be corny as fuck.
Yeah.
That's usually how I approach the horror genre because I love horror movies so much. It's like I'm gonna give you every chance until you violate my expectations, and I'm gonna roast the shit out of you.
Gotta Google reviews, dude. Catch me fucking elaborate with the review. Yeah, dude. I mean, you seem to be fucking wise beyond your years, dude. At a young age, I was just like, I didn't know how to deal with like that emotion. You know what I mean? I didn't know how to deal with like being scared. So,
I feel like Saw was scary, but it was more so like, I don't know, kind of like the torture porn kind of side of things.
Sure.
Like the dude's got to saw his own arm off or whatever, And it was like, I don't know. I'm just curious, like, why did Saw scare you?
I think it was the being stuck part of it, right? I think for me, like, I remember, like, so I'm pretty claustrophobic, I'd say, you know what I mean? I'm like being enclosed. But, like, I think that was it, just being stuck forever, right? And if I didn't realize, I wasn't thinking that, like, dude, at some point your body will give out, like, you'll die, you know what I mean? It's just like the thought of being like chained forever in this room with like a dead body laying there and like no sustenance, no like anything, away from my family and shit like that. That's probably what freaked me out the most. And it was a gory way. It was like very like, exemplified, it was like everything was heightened. So like I was just like, man, this is going to be the worst thing ever for me, So
it's more so the captivity that you're afraid of as opposed to like the...
Looking back on it.
The horror elements in itself.
Yeah, I wasn't afraid of the pain. Like I wasn't like, oh, that's going to hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was more like, oh, shit, this is fucking eternity now.
Because wasn't there was two guys that were alive in Saw, and there was the one dude on the floor who like shot himself in the head or whatever, and it turns out that he was alive, the whole time. Spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen Saw by now, dude, don't even listen to this shit, dude.
Unsubscribe.
I'll put it in the fucking description. If you haven't seen Saw, fuck off, dude. Yeah, man. I also don't know how a dude got away with that. Like, just was he sleeping the whole time? Like,
my man's gonna lay here perfectly still for like fucking 30 straight hours.
Yeah, dude. Like I know, like it's like a high stress situation for both those other dudes. But like I feel like I would have known if there was another like alive motherfucker like next to me.
Yeah, like this dude's gonna like fucking scratch his nuts or something, or like he's gonna make some sort of noise.
Like they've been in there all day. You told me his stomach didn't rumble. Like
you don't gotta take a piss.
Now you don't gotta sneeze or something. Like fucking.
Yeah, man. I think the Saw series did a good job with like the first like two movies, maybe the third. And then it just turned into like how outrageous can we make these traps that people fall into, and like how badly can we mangle these people,
Dude, the like I think even after the first one, when I saw the second one, I saw the third one too.
I thought the second one was actually really awesome, like with the kid that was in the safe like the entire time. Like that was a pretty cool.
It was cool. No, I won't take that away. It was more well thought out, I think, than the first one. You know.
Yeah.
But like, I think I wasn't surprised anymore. Like that like, oh fuck, like, you know, that like that feeling. I didn't get it with any of the future saws because like, I don't think it could be recreated after that. You know what I mean? Like, that first like scare just shook me so hard that I was like, all right, these motherfuckers are gonna get in some trouble, dude. Like, they're gonna like have to get out of it. They might die, and that's about it. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think it just got to a point where it's like they're intentionally just trying to like prey on like the most obvious human fears.
Yeah.
You know, it's like some people are afraid of needles, so we're just gonna like have this bitch like drop into like an entire like vat of like used syringes somehow, like out of it. Like
100%, man. And there was that one where that, you know, like key was in that dude's eye.
Yeah.
That was fucked up because that would be a pain in the ass, or like so visceral to get out of your fucking eye, bro.
To reach into your own eye, dude. I can't even like put
scalpel,
dude, I can't even put contacts in my own eye, man. Like,
God damn, I can't be doing any of that. But yeah, man. All right, bro. I think we did like an hour and a half today, dude.
For real?
It's kind of long, man.
All right.
Yeah, let's go pick up a blunt. All right, boss.